Well, that was awful. And yeah, that's it. So here's a review. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChuck01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the 6-4 Kansas Jayhawks were back home in Memorial Stadium for Senior Day as they took on the Texas Longhorns and got creamed by a final score of 55-14. Yeah, this was the worst game of the season in terms of point differential and in terms of how poorly we played. And there was not a lot of good that came out of it, and there was a lot of bad things that happened. So I'm going to try and go through this quickly. For those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give a player of the game and a player who needs to improve. Without further ado, let's do it. So, as I said, not a lot of positives. However, there is one, and that is passing yards, because we out-threw the Longhorns, which, with Quinn Ewers as their QB, this was surprising. KU finished the day with 242 passing yards, while the Longhorns finished with 112, which I'll take it. I mean, with everything that happened, I'm good with it. So, yeah, passing yards is my only positive. To the negatives, where do I start? Total yards. Texas absolutely creamed us there as they got 539 total yards, while KU finished with 346. Yards per play was in favor of the Longhorns as well, 6.8 to 5.9. First downs was another one, as the Longhorns finished with 28 first downs, while the Jayhawks had 15. We couldn't convert on third down or fourth down, as on third down, the Hawks went 4 of 11 and went 0 for 2 on fourth, while the Longhorns finished 6 of 14 on third down and 3 for 4 on fourth down. We couldn't stop them to save our lives. Penalties killed us again, as the Hawks had 4 for 36, while the Longhorns had 3 for 20. Texas won the turnover battle 1-0, as we had that interception. And the biggest negative was rushing yards, as KU finished with 104, which, okay, I'm fine with that. But the Longhorns had 427 rushing yards. Seriously, that also managed them to get points, that also managed them to get first downs. We just couldn't stop the run to save our skins. And I think finally a team realized that if you have a good running back, you're going to kill us. And that's what they did. And 5 rushing touchdowns in this game. Or more. That I can't think if I can't do my math. But 5 rushing touchdowns. Oh my gosh. We just got to do better stopping the run, or else we're going to get creamed in these next couple games. So, yeah, those are all my negatives. Now, player of the game. There's no question in my mind who gets it, and that is the returning Jalen Daniels after weeks of being injured with a shoulder injury. He's back, and he played incredible. JD finished 17 of 26 for 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, along with 2 carries for 12 yards. Yeah, with all the injuries that he had this season and the fact that he sat out, it looks like JD really didn't miss a beat, but there is still some signs that, you know, the throwing might not always be there, but he finished great. And yeah, I don't know who else I would give it to. In fact, there was a play that he made that was really good, and it was a throw to Mason Fairchild that was about 30 yards that he threw over his head, but Mason was able to get it. It was an over-the-shoulder catch, which was incredible. But, yeah, JD, it's good to have you back, and that's why you're my player of the game. Player who needs to improve, or should I say players who need to improve, and that is The entire defense. Yeah. I've never done this before that I can think of, but the entire defense is going to get my player who needs to improve award, which, holy, it's all because of the run defense. It's all because of that. These guys gave up 400 plus yards on the ground alone and 55 points. And that's sad and that sucks because this defense started out really stinking good and now they're deciding to choke at the last freaking minute. And I know there's multiple guys that factor out of it, but the guys that really do factor in on why this happens, they are the reason why, and they should know who they are. I'm not going to go and name names because then it's just calling all those guys out for potential stellar performances. So yeah, with that said, I'm going to say that the entire defense is my player who needs to improve. And if you're wondering why there isn't any plays, is because there really isn't none. There really was no big key play that I could find to showcase. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for my review of KU versus Texas. Again, the final score, Texas 55, Kansas 14. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again for the next football review as the Hawks will travel west to Manhattan, Kansas for the Dillon Sunflower Showdown as they take on Kansas State. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exact answers to the field house, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.